Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening and how are we winding this week up, man? Well, today is an exciting day because, yes, it's about Yamaha RX 100, and all you Yamaha two-stroke lovers, I think you're gonna like this video because I am riding a customized, a re-engineered Yamaha RX 200. Yes. Yeah, so this guy's name is Yusuf Bhai. He's very famous in the industry of Yamaha. He was dealing in Yamaha since decades and decades, alright? He's a real old school guy. He's a little shy to come in front of the camera, but I'm meeting him and I'm riding his motorcycle and I'll talk about his motorcycle, what he's done. Let's not waste time. Let's meet Yusuf Bhai. Let's check his bike out and let's take that beast for a ride. I'm gonna hook my GoPro to my helmet and ride this beast. So let's go and do that. Well, today it's all about the Yamaha. I had spoken about this special Yamaha created by Mr. Yusuf and now I'm doing a video about it. The blue RXZ is actually Javed Bhai's personal bike, which is a really cool cafe racer. This is completely in stock and I thought I would feature this also in my next video. Well, currently it's about the RX 100, which is now converted or customized or re-engineered into Yamaha 200. I know this excitement is actually to hear this motorcycle. Y'all all want to hear how a parallel twin 200 sounds. So Yamaha RX 100 is very well known. It's a mid-80s motorcycle which was introduced in India. A lot of people became a die-hard fan for this motorcycle, especially for the exhaust note and the power it churns. Few racers could not even believe that this Japanese model could churn out 11 to 12 bhp at 7500 rpm, and the racers really got a shocker when they actually opened up the block piston and the crank that this bike can really give power. Yamaha decided to discontinue this motorcycle, especially because a lot of people complain about the petrol consumption and the oil intake. Well, this is a high powered motorcycle and did consume a lot of petrol and the average went quite low. When Yamaha backed out on the RX 100, Kawasaki took over and launched the KB 4-stroke 100cc, which even I had for 4 years and I enjoyed that bike also. But that bike lacked the presence of a two-stroke feeling which a lot of riders miss, and that's why Yusuf Bhai reconstructed and re-engineered this motorcycle. Not only he focused on the engine assembly, but he also focused on dual disc brakes. You guys can see that these brakes are purely Italian. He imported that from Italy and they are called AGPs. Well, they are very rare to find, but he sourced it and he got them, and he has individually put 2 dual disc brakes with dual calipers. So if you guys are wondering how come the width of the parallel twin suffice with the petrol tank, well, he has expanded the petrol tank, if you can see from below, and that was done manually with his hands. So this is a very simple setup because he did not want to kill the aesthetic look of the Yamaha RX 100. He kept the original seats and he also added that rack which is original since the 80s. And look at this exhaust. He kept the original exhaust for both the engines and made sure that it has a symmetry in it, which is not a bad job. Trying to fit dual 2-stroke engine in this cradle frame was not easy. As you can see, the chassis have been mended a little bit. He had to rebuild the chassis because when he purchased his motorcycle there was just the T-head, not the chassis. So he had to construct it all the way from scratch, and end of the video you'll see some pictures of the engineering about the engine, because I'm sure you guys are curious that how did he mend these two engines together and make it look like the RD250. Well, as per him, the remapping was very easy. He went with the tone, not with any technological tool. This is a dual carbureted engine now, so he used his bare hands to tune both the carburetors so that the timing is perfect. Tuning a 2-stroke engine was very easy. In back old days, my father would just reach the carburetor and set it on his own. So this is what he's done, and there's no major device required for that. Well, the alignment is well managed. You can see that both the carburetors are very well aligned and actually go in the intake and outtake very well. he did not feel that the RX 100 original spark plug would do wonders, so he made sure that he puts Yamaha 350 original spark plugs, which is made in Japan. He decided to put the RXZ speedometers instead of the RX 100 speedometers because he feels this looks really cool. Basic controls on the left side of the handlebar with the indicator lights, and this is very important. You can see that it says AGP, that's an Italian brand and he sourced that, and that's for the dual disc brakes. Alright friends, enough of this. Now let's ride this motorcycle and check the power. So when you start this motorcycle and start at the initial gear, you won't realize that it is a parallel twin now. Alright, look at the power. So the dual disc brake is really nice, and I'm glad he did that, because if you want to go hard on this motorcycle, you have to make sure that this bike has disc brakes. The original Yamaha never had a disc brake. He installed dual disc brake for extra safety, and which is good. It is two-stroke, but it's parallel twin. So there are two combustions happening right now, which actually gives extra throttle to this bike and extra power. See, if he wanted, he would have changed the chain sprocket and added a thicker chain for extra speed, but he's not about power. He wanted a good feel about this motorcycle for a heavier engine, a heavier crank. As you guys have already seen that this crank is a dual crank. It is kind of a RD250 system, the whole process. And now I'm just taking it on the back road. See, why did Yusuf Bhai choose a Yamaha RX 100 to convert into a 200? Okay, he realized that the chassis of this motorcycle can easily accommodate a dual engine, which is parallel. And only thing is, he expanded the petrol tank a little bit so that it matches the engine, because the engine should not pop out so much like Moto Guzzi. He didn't want it that, because he wanted to keep it as clean as possible, as original as possible. So that's why he thought that if RX 100 had introduced a 200, and if people wanted that much of torque and power, it would have been awesome. Look at this, guys. Look at the power. Full throttle. Beautiful. So the best part about this parallel twin which I'm riding is that after third gear, the bike again opens up. I love that feeling on this motorcycle. Usually if this was just a RX 100 with a single engine, it would have actually vibrated and we would have stopped, because Yamaha was more of pickup, not of anything else. Okay, the gears are smooth. So basically everything is double in this. You have two spark plugs, you have dual carburetor, dual piston, dual crank, dual exhaust. Yeah, so the power is immense compared to RX 100, obviously, because it's a double engine now. Feels really good. And the reason I'm riding this motorcycle is just to feel the power now. Nothing else. I don't need to review RX 100. Everyone knows what RX 100 is all about. But see this flying baby. Woo! Damn! I can't even control it. It's still not full throttle. If this was RX 100, if people who know RX 100 would know what I'm trying to say. I just want to compliment Yusuf Bhai that he has successfully done a very good job. Fortunately, there are no oil leaks on this motorcycle. That's the first question I asked him, and he said there is no oil leak. Unfortunately, his son keeps popping wheelie on this motorcycle because the power is so immense that it's very easy to pop a wheelie, and due to which his son keeps doing that. And yesterday he broke the sprocket, but very smooth. You know, the best part about this bike is that even if you are at a higher gear and a low speed, you can really smoothly ride this motorcycle. And trust me, if I had RX 100 right now, which I had in past, I would have given him to really customize it to 200 because it's beautiful. I'm at 40 or 50 right now, but see the feel. You get that effect of Yamaha two-stroke which you want. And if you want to scramble it, you can, which I did, which I just showed you. I went real hard on it. And very easy bike to ride.
does have a spoiled name in the market, because there were a lot of thugs who actually used Yamaha RX 100 to do their jobs, and that's why Yamaha RX 100 has a little bad name, especially in the police history. And that's why 80% of the people tell me that whenever they ride a Yamaha RX 100, cops catch them, because this was the bike used for a lot of wrong activities. But I'm glad now it's not like that. People who have RX 100, who have restored it, definitely keep good papers and keep it clean. But see this, see the feeling of this motorcycle at a higher gear. Wow, smooth. Check it out. See this. Perfect. I can go good speed. I'm still on third. Now I'm on fourth. So good fun. I am really enjoying it. And I asked him that is he selling this motorcycle. He said not at all. He has made this motorcycle with so much passion. He's totally into Yamaha, in and out. He has around 3 RD350s now to construct, rebuilt. He's making a 4-piston head, a 4-block head RD350, which is his major build, and I'm waiting to upload that video soon. So guys, I can't ride this bike for a long time. He will give me for a special ride on a Sunday. So I think one of the Sundays we'll be completely on Yamaha with the Yamaha gang. RX 100 is a brat bike, you know. You sit on it, you throttle it, and you feel you're a brat. Right guys, I hope the new generation also understand what Yamaha RX 100 was, and I really enjoyed riding this motorcycle. Even in past, when I used to ride this motorcycle, I always had a thrill because it's a 2-stroke engine. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And as usual, eat well, sleep well, be good. Signing off, Ride with Raj.